Hey guys, so we've got to inject a camel today with some vitamin A and D3. Well, actually it's really for the vitamin D. This particular camel, he's only about 3, but he has a oh, it's just left my mind what it's called. Osteo-Dystrophy. That's what he's got. So he's getting large doses of calcium every day, and this injection probably about once a month at the moment to see if we can subside the symptoms and hopefully cure it. Fingers crossed. So yeah, got the injection, got the needles, and we'll just go through that process with you guys so that you can see how we do it. This is one of the processes. We're going to do it out in the field, out in the open. The other process is to get the camel into a race and do it that way, but we don't want to take him away from his mates, and I think he'll be fine out here anyway, so we're just going to stick to that way, okay? So Russ is just going to draw 5 ml of this vitamin D and A and E. So we've got, just only need a little needle. Because it's just liquid, basically. It's not like a penicillin and it's really thick or something like that. Oh, here it is here. So let's get that off. That's enough to draw some out, isn't it?
Should be. Get out. Good.
And the cat.
We've got one cat.
Just 5 ml. So we're just heading into the paddock now to get little Shilo, who is just sitting over there with his mates. So to give him his injection. I don't know if he's ever had a needle before. I don't think he has either. But you know, he'll soon find out what it's all about. So sometimes when they haven't had it before, you're not at any risk because they don't know what's going on. But the second time, we'll try and feel them the second time because that could be different. Totally different. Good boy, Charlie. Hey, Red. No, hey, Gary. This is Gary. He's come to say hello. Isn't he beautiful? He's just like the coolest camel ever. He's my guys. Anyway, back on topic. I'm going to inject him on this side, yeah, and we're going to do some tie downs. I'll flip this around so you can see me. So for those that have done our level 2 course, you will know this tie down as the front leg tie, and we're not doing the back leg tie today. We don't think we'll need it. So if you've done a level 2 course, we've done the front leg tie, so you know exactly what we're talking about, or we've also dubbed it the veterinary tie, which obviously is for needles and things like that. So this is what we're going to do. Just 2 front legs, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Crystal, get out.
Hey, little boy.
He don't do well.
So you can see with the Osteo-Dystrophy, the swollen on the sides. I'm not sure if you can notice it like we do, but let me see if I can show you. So here,
Crystal.
see here, this is all swollen. It actually sort of goes up and down. So basically what Osteo-Dystrophy does is withdraw, like it's a high phosphorus in the body, and therefore withdraw, like to be not technical about it, it withdraws the calcium from the body, and they can get sort of like arthritic type movements, but that's one of the symptoms, but this is also another one with the enlarged things here. And I notice in the afternoon he actually kind of gets it a bit worse. I don't know why that is. Osteo-Dystrophy is actually one of the most common diseases in camels, so we're treating him following Charmian's suggestions with administering calcium, and also it's still quite close. Yeah, just getting it into him. So you're right there by yourself. Okay, so we're going for the rear end, the meaty part. Nice sharp needle, obviously sterile, hasn't been used before. And tapping it just to get the blood to the surface, basically.
And desensitise him a bit too.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Sorry, Gary's come to see if he's alright. So it's in. You didn't notice at all. So, and the liquid's going in.
I always put the needle in first.
Yeah, me too.
Because otherwise, if they jump around,
yeah, the needle can bend and
you always move the skin, because there's different layers to the skin, and that way then you actually stop any sort of hemorrhaging. So you sort of move those layers around.
That was nice and smooth.
And it was done.
Yeah. So that's his dose for a month or so. Although I'm trying to convince the vet that we need to do it more often. I don't know why. I just feel like with the Osteo-Dystrophy, maybe we just need to do it a bit more frequently. So I'll see what he says, because they said every 3 months, and I'm like, that doesn't seem often enough for a camel that is low in calcium, and obviously they need vitamin D to help absorb the calcium. So yeah, we'll see. Poor little baby Shilo. We're hoping his mum died from Osteo-Dystrophy, and most likely his sister too. Definitely his mum, we know for sure. But so he's our baby, and we're a little bit worried about him.
So he might not have had enough calcium when he was, young.
Well, he wouldn't have if his mum was deficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his sister might have been in the same boat. I mean, gee whiz.
Yeah.
It's the trouble when you're getting camels from,
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Charmian was telling us to test it, that we should get head x-rays, and and you can also test the blood for high phosphorus too.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll give him some feed with high calcium in it.
We'll give him the feed now. So might as well take you guys to show him what we're feeding him for Osteo-Dystrophy, since some of you I know have lost some camels to that, sadly. And some of you have got camels with that currently in the group. So we'll show you that too. Okay. So here I am at the feed bins, otherwise known as the granary, as I learnt in the United States. Thank you, Valerie. I'm going to feed Shilo his calcium mix. Now there's no specific, I have not been told the specific dose to feed calcium, so I'm kind of judging off on what I would normally feed our mineral mix, which calcium is in the mineral mix. So I'm going to feed him do you want to take him back to the paddock? Yes, okay. I'm going to feed him 2 large scoops of calcium. It's just pure calcium. It's this powder, and I get this from my feed store place, so it literally just looks like white powder. It's very dusty, and I'm just going to put 1 scoop of chaff, like a mixed chaff of oaten and lucerne, into a tub, and then put the tablespoons in his tub, and then feed it to him. First I water it down a little bit because it's really dusty. I want him to get the full dose, so that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, hopefully he'll come good. Good thoughts to Shilo, because he's pretty special to us. He was our firstborn baby after we lost our human baby, so yeah, he's a pretty special little boy. So we're trying to get him better. Sorry if it's on an angle a bit, but it's in a wheelbarrow and that's the best that I can do. So I'll grab the chaff. Those that are wondering what the chaff looks like, it's just this. So going back to the Osteo-Dystrophy, I forgot to mention what it does to the camel. So especially when they've got the growth on their face, not only does it just deplete the body of minerals, but if they got the growths on the face like Shilo does, they end up suffocating. Like, that's how terrible it is. So, you know, it's a really shitty disease, and we want to knock it on the head and subside it. So it can be stopped. We haven't found a cure yet, or nobody, I should say nobody, especially veterinary staff, hasn't found a cure. But if we do, we'll definitely let you know, of course. Calcium now, and I'll just put 1, 2, 3, mix it a little bit, and then I'll just go and put water in it and feed it to the little boy Shilo. Hey?
Feed for Shilo.
This is Shilo's feed.